Duke?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I mean, I wish that we had a couple more weeks. And I'm sure that all teams this time of year wish they had a couple more weeks before they play somebody, that's of a quality opponent is what Duke is. But I know our guys are excited, and they've been working hard, and we've improved on some things that we haven't done very well, and certainly excited to get up there and opportunity to play against a terrific team, great program, and an unbelievable venue. So it should be a lot of fun for our guys.
It's been a fun event for the fans, and now it's been extended. Do you think that's been a kind of good?
Oh yeah, it's a great deal for all four teams, I would think. I know it is for us, and it's a marquee doubleheader to tip off every season. It'll be that way every year. So we're excited about it. I don't know where else you could go, and you could have four of the top 5 teams in the country all play the second game of the season together. So it's been good for everybody, and I know our players are juiced about it.
How good is Duke? Are they as good as their ranking?
Oh yeah, they're definitely as good as a ranking. Of course, right now, who knows what teams are, because Duke struggled in their second exhibition game, and then they turn around and beat Davidson, a team that beat us a couple of years ago by 40. And we obviously labored the other night, but we also didn't have our full complement of players, and so I think it'll be 2 good teams with both of them have great collection of athletes hooking up and going against each other. We're ridiculously young, and everything's a new experience for us, but they're good, and they'll be a team that has a legitimate shot to win it all, and hopefully we'll be a team that can be in that conversation also if we continue to get better.
You mentioned not full complement. What difference do you see with this particular team having Nadir on the floor?
Well, he's been, I've said all along, Nadir's not our most talented guy. He's been our most valuable player all since we started practicing. And so, Frank did good the other day, but you take our 2 point guards out of the game, you're not going to look very good. We haven't really practiced that way. So, I think that it'll be a totally different team. That means we're going to play well, but certainly we'll have a much better chance to play.
You talked about before the first exhibition game, the guys coming up saying, "Coach, I'm scared to death," or "I'm really nervous right now." What's it going to be like up there?
Well, I don't know if they told me that they were nervous, but they told everybody else. But we're going to be nervous. We should be nervous. Think about it, 18-year-old kid, first time in this venue, and you can talk about all you want to. Is, I'll be ready. Just wait, Coach. I'll just wait. And then when the lights come on, it's a little bit different atmosphere and everything. But I think our guys are as prepared as they can possibly be for a team that's never experienced anything like this. So we'll go up there and have fun, and I hope it's going to be an atmosphere in which we play loose. That would be the biggest thing, because sometimes when you get excited and you get a little nervous, which you should at Butterflies, sometimes you can play tight. I just want our guys to be in attack mode and play loose.
We saw what happened when you can play tight over Friday night with K-State. I mean, some surprises earlier this year, as there are every year.
Yeah, I think that's right. I didn't see that game, but obviously, there are probably some things that happened that usually are things you don't predict happening in first games of the season. And so certainly our game the other night, I expected when we get up 21 or whatever that we're going to go ahead and put the foot on the throat. Instead, we let them, hang around and that kind of stuff. And so those are all learning experiences. But certainly, we just need to try to win every possession on Tuesday, because there'll be a lot of possessions we don't win, and there'll be a lot of possessions they don't win. I'm really looking forward to see how we react to their speed and quickness, and I'm sure they're looking forward to see how they react to our number of big guys.
It's pretty rare for a transfer in college basketball to be as good as Hood is. I mean, for a player that good to transfer.
Well, I don't think it's. Maybe it probably is a little rare, because players that good usually don't want to sit out, because they're going to. It delays the inevitable as far as going into the draft. But I'm not going to make any prediction of what he's going to do. But I told our team that he's probably as good a 3-man as there is in America. That we'll play against. We're going to have a couple pretty good 3-men playing against each other. And he's experienced. He's a 4-year guy, and I think that with the coaching change at Mississippi State and all those things, it opened up the window to transfer. And after watching a lot of tape, I wish Stansbury was still at Mississippi State. So maybe he would still be there with him. But he is a terrific talent.
You talked about, and everybody's talked about the talent you guys have, how young talent, but really good talent. Do you know yet what their personality is going to be like? Do you know if they're going to do all the things to be hard-nosed and be the kind of guys that close games out?
I'd like to think that we know, but we don't know. I mean, this is bad coaching on my part, but there's a lot of things that we haven't got to yet that we need to get to, and it's not their fault if they don't really react favorably in game situations because we haven't put them in those type of situations yet. Veteran guys just kind of know those things, and a lot of them. And I mean, we're walking through a lot of things. We're going over again today. Free throw blockout, and things like that, and spending time on things like that. That a lot of teams may just address once or twice, and then you just do it. And so there's a lot of reminders going on. But certainly, game situations is something that we're not going to be able to simulate totally in practice. You can try, but we're not going to be able to. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see how we react. And I'm expecting us to go there and play very well.
Is Parker pretty polished anywhere on the floor?
Yeah, Jabari Parker is probably about as skilled 6'8" guy you'll ever see, and I mean ever. He's a Paul Pierce, Carmelo Anthony type player. He can do a lot of things. We recruited Jabari hard until we were told we made the final 6, but only 5 got the visits. So I think that he's a terrific talent and one of the best players, without question, best freshman in the country.
Well, you mentioned the other night your guys know their guys just from the circuits and the summers and stuff. Do you think that more than just Duke, Kansas gets these young guys up for a game like this?
I think so. I think that young kids, they're not used to hearing about Duke or North Carolina or Syracuse or Indiana or Michigan State or Kentucky, whoever it is, because they haven't been in the school and know how your fans react to certain things and check the rankings every week and those sorts of things like the players in your program do. So I would say with the young kids, maybe this early in their careers, I'd say Andrew's thinking about Duke, but he's also thinking about Jabari and Hood. And I would bet they're thinking about Kansas, but they're also thinking about Wiggins and Selden. I think there's probably a lot of that stuff going on, a little bit of a young personal rivalry, which really doesn't mean much, but it's natural to think like that.
Does that help or hurt when you kind of put the scouting report in front of them that they know maybe guys pretty well?
Oh, that's got to help. I can't imagine. Louisiana Monroe, they've heard of our guys, and it's a different deal. When you refer to certain players from certain teams that you don't ever get a chance to watch on TV, you refer to them as numbers. We're not going to refer to Duke guys as numbers. We'll refer to them as names, and all our guys will definitely know who they are.
What's your relationship with Coach Krzyzewski?
Well, I'd like to think it's pretty good. I mean, we've butted heads a few times, and we certainly have on the recruiting trail. And I think that he is, without question, the pillar of our profession. I mean, there's nobody out there that's done more for his school or done more for our profession that's presently coaching than he has. And so, that's not, me being unbelievably, I'm not stroking him just to because we play him on Tuesday. I think every coach in America would say the same thing. I mean, he's done an unbelievable job, Hall of Famer, 4 national championships, and there's nobody coaching presently that has done anything remotely close to that. But he is a one competitive dude, and certainly he seems to have as much fire now as he had, in recent years. And I know that when you coach, you want to be able to coach against best players, and you also want to be able to coach against best coaches. And we have an opportunity to do both of those.
You like Cook?
Do I like to cook?
No, Cook.
Yeah, I like Quinn Cook. We actually messed with Quinn a little bit. He was at Oak Hill with Ben, and he tore his ACL his senior year, and then Duke came calling, and he ended up making a great choice. But yeah, Quinn's had a really nice career.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.